Thanks to all the subscribers. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We're almost to 1,000, and we really appreciate it. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
Yeah, the mutt, okay? You understand? The Amazon, or you want to spray paint him? How?
I didn't hear you. I can't hear you right.
Nah, I understand that. I said you want him in the Amazon, or you want him spray painted?
I want both of them. Ha ha ha.
According to the government, a captain in a North Jersey mob family that, in part, inspired the Sopranos television series has admitted that he tried to hire members of an outlaw biker gang to kill a rival mobster who was falsely claiming status in the organized crime family. Charles Beeps Stango, 73, an Elizabeth native who until recently was living in Nevada, pleaded guilty in federal court in Newark. He admitted that he tried to order a hit by phone from Nevada to kill a man identified in court documents only as an Elizabeth resident called the Pet, or the Mutt. Stango had a simmering hatred for the mobster, who claimed to be a made man in a rival gang, which Stango said he was not. He believed the intended victim had intentionally insulted a high-ranking family member, which Stango felt deserved the ultimate punishment. Stango is alleged to have sought permission from Frank Shipe Negro, 73, of Toms River, the family's consigliere or council, to kill the unnamed man. During the planning of the killing, Stango offered $50,000 and sent a photo of the victim to set the play in motion. What Stango didn't know was that he was being recorded during those calls by an undercover FBI agent. Paul Knuckles Colella, 69, also of Toms River, was accused of speaking on behalf of Stango to other ranking members of the mob family to ensure the hit would be approved. Negro and Colella also were charged in the attempted murder case, but charges against both men were dismissed, according to court documents. Transcripts of conversations between Stango and Negro show a coded language that references Amazon, which means killing, or spray paint, which means merely shooting the victim, as they discussed how they would kill the Mutt. As part of the racketeering investigation, Stango's son, Anthony Whitey Stango, 34, of Brick, was charged with conspiracy to distribute cocaine and run a prostitution business. Agents discovered that Charles and Anthony Stango planned to set up a high-end escort service targeting white-collar businessmen in the Toms River area, according to court documents, and as part of the plan, the pair would establish a legal club to hide their prostitution operation. In 2015, authorities charged Stango and 9 other men, reputed members of the DeCavalante organized crime family of La Cosa Nostra, which traces its origins to prohibition, with plots to commit murder, distribute drugs, and run a prostitution business. Stango was still under supervised release at the time. He left federal prison in 2012 after serving 9 years for his conviction as part of a DeCavalante family racketeering scheme that also included murder charges. Charles Stango, 73, pleaded guilty before U.S. District Judge William H. Walls to one count of knowingly using an interstate facility, the telephone, with the intent to murder a rival. He also pleaded guilty to violating the terms of his supervised release, which he was serving following his imprisonment on racketeering charges in New York. Judge Walls imposed a sentence of 120 months in prison in Newark Federal Court. He was released on March 24th, 2023. A federal judge sent an Ocean County man to prison Thursday for the second time in 4 years for basically the same criminal scheme, dealing cocaine. Mario Galli III, 28, of Toms River, an associate of the DeCavalcante crime family, and 2 others were arrested by the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office on similar charges following a 3-month investigation during which investigators searched homes in Toms River and Berkeley townships and found between 400 to 500 grams of cocaine and a loaded 9mm handgun. At the time of that arrest, Galli was on supervised federal release from a prior federal drug case in which he pleaded guilty to selling more than 500 grams of cocaine for DeCavalcante mobsters. Galli, who was 23 at the time, accompanied alleged DeCavalcante associates during several cocaine sales to an undercover informant in 2014 and 2015. He was sentenced to 30 months in that case. in August 2016 and set free in June 2018. A federal judge cited mob movies, including The Godfather, during sentencing, before sentencing Mario Galli, who pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute cocaine. U.S. District Judge William H. Walls used the storylines from popular organized crime movies to illustrate what often happens in drug crime rings. In the end, they lose, the judge said, recalling movies such as The Godfather and Goodfellas. And guess what? You have no good endings in real life, Walls added. You think you can make it? That ain't gonna happen. Galli's sentence was at the low end of federal sentencing guidelines, which his attorney, James N. Butler of Asbury Park, said was appropriate. The 24-year-old Galli, Butler said, has grown up. Representing Galli in earlier criminal matters, including a marijuana distribution case, Butler said Galli then was, for lack of a better word, a punk. He has come a long way. Besides the 30-month prison sentence, Galli will have 3 years of supervised release, during which he cannot associate with members of gangs or organized crime. Walls also ordered him to pay a fine of $1,000. Mario Galli is currently at FCI Bennettsville, a medium security federal correctional institution with an adjacent minimum security satellite camp. His release date is October 3rd, 2026. Although there are convictions in this matter, I must stress that an indictment is not evidence of guilt. Charges are only allegations, and each defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings.